Okay everybody, as promised, here is an unboxing video of the JJRC Elfie, apparently the world's smallest foldable drone. Okay, so let's take a look at it, shall we? Here we go. Now, the Elfie, tiny box, like that's the size of an iPhone 5, iPhone 5. And it's that small, so we're not talking a large box. Okay, so here it comes. That's how it comes, packed in a nice plastic little case, and inside plastic. Take the unit out. Pretty paper thin, look at that. Not much to it at all. Camera, lights, put that down just for now. It comes with a nice soft case bag for it, and I'm guessing this will be the charger. Yes, it is the USB charger. So, all right, that's pretty much it, and nothing. Here we go. There's a instruction manual in the bag. The world's smallest foldable drone. Yep, some information in there and some QR codes, which is great for the app, and some other stuff on how to fly, how to use the controls, etc. I agree with this point here. Absolutely agree with this point. Selfie taking must be practiced when you are skillful enough. I can tell you that yes, I have actually flown this. Yes, it is quite a handful. So it is not something that if you were a beginner that you would want to just get out there and take a selfie. You have to hang on to it. Alright, so let's take a look at the unit itself. So we'll take it out of its plastic case, out of its protective bag. Means I'm doing this one-handed, so okay. There it is. The arms have got the motors and everything in there. There's a battery down underneath there, and that's what it looks like. On the front, you've got some navigation lights and a camera. I believe the camera is tiltable. Yes, you can. You can tilt the camera. And on the back, you'll have some more nav lights. All right. Now, one thing to note is that the battery doesn't come connected, which you'd want, which is great. So you will need to pull the thing forward, lift it up, pop it out, and the battery is, there you go, it's a 500 milliamp battery, and it's only a 3.7. Only a 3.720 C battery, so you can see there. Yeah, cool. So the connector is that one, and you'll see down inside the craft there's you'll see where the battery connector goes. You can see down in there. Yeah. So very simple design, not much to it at all. You know, pretty much chuck the battery in after you've put the connector in, and away it goes. Important to note, the battery connector, you need to have the splades at the back of the craft so it actually sits in up against the wall of the battery section. So you'll be able to see I've got it flat there, just up against the wall, and then it goes straight down inside and seats quite nicely. Then you pretty much just turn your battery around, pop it inside the cradle. It sits down inside there, and it will go down inside the cavity in there, and then basically you make yourself a nice little pouch, lock it into place, and away you go. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll just take the arms out. So you can see here on the side, pretty easy job, not hard at all. Pick it up and they just pop out. There's no effort whatsoever, very simple. Just pop straight out like that. Do the other side. Even take it upside down if you want to do that. Make life easier. It's a lot easier with two hands. At the moment I'm filming with one hand. So, and there you have it. The JJRC Elfie. There she is. And camera on the front. Looks a little mean. Look at that. Now, of course, that's signifying that it hasn't got Wi-Fi and it's not connected and all the rest of it. There's certain codes that actually the lights mean, like as you'd imagine out of any drone, you know, fast flash when you're going low battery, all that kind of stuff. And of course, you've got nav lights on the rear as well. Okay, I'll just turn that off for now. Let's take a look at the app that drives it. So what you're looking at is you're looking at an application called the JJRC. Make sure you've got the one with the red stripes on the outside. You can find this in the App Store. You can also find it on the booklet itself, but I must admit my QR code didn't work because the booklet has just got so small. What you do need to do though, as you probably would understand anyway, is to actually connect to the Wi-Fi of the unit itself. That's my home Wi-Fi there. So we'll now look for the JJRC. There it is. Click on that. Yep, no problem, it's there because I have turned the craft on. It's found the craft, and we'll go back to that application, the JJRC app. Checks the device and connects. Hit the connect, and you'll get quite an interesting interface. At the moment, it's black, which is not the way it should be. If I turn that on, the on button, I'm not getting any camera, which is interesting. Possibly because my iPhone I'm recording with has taken over the camera. Okay, so let's take a look at the JJRC app control screen. As you saw before, the phones were having a bit of fun, but right now I'm going to show you a screenshot, which makes it a lot easier because of course it's a phone flyer. So on the right hand side there is an on button. When you press the on button you get this control surface. You'll notice there is a up and down triangle icon. That is actually your altitude hold, and when you hit that you'll actually get those two arrows that are in the middle of the screen there. The top arrow of course will take off, the bottom arrow will bring you down. So it's pretty self-explanatory. On the right to that there is something that looks like a spinning top. That's actually your accelerometer, so you can actually hold down the right side with your thumb. So the red dot on the right side, hold that down with your thumb, and then your phone becomes the accelerometer to control the craft, except for throttle, for example. So let's take it for a spin and show you how it works. Now, I'm not sure about you, but after flying this craft, I have to say the concept of it being a selfie drone, well, it's a pretty far stretch. It takes a lot to get it to actually stay still. Maybe you're doing a flyby selfie where at the appropriate time that you've stopped putting inputs into this thing to try and keep it stable, you've looked down at your screen, seen that it looks appropriate, and then hit a button for a photograph. I personally don't see it. I will be doing some more tests with this unit, but in its current way of flying and the way that I flew it, I've got to tell you, it is a handful. As you can see, there's a lot of little inputs going on all the time, just to even keep it within the area that you want. Now, the other thing is, of course, being a iPhone flyer, it is imperative you don't have sweaty hands or any moisture on the screen at all. You'll notice that it's got a funny kind of bank, which I'm just trying to correct there. That's because of the fact that my hand got sweaty on the yaw control and it just took off and went 45 degrees. So yeah, there are some issues with this as a selfie drone. In relation to it being pocket sized, yes, it is. In relation to it being able to have a little bit of grunt to go for a fly, yeah, it's not too bad. Certainly no slug. And I'm not entirely sure about it being a selfie flyer though. Now, if anyone's trying to tell me that that will sit in flight by itself, I beg to differ. I'm giving this a lot of micro inputs to keep it alive. So there you go, the unboxing of the JJRC Elfie, a little bit of in-flight test as well. Look, I only paid $40 for this thing. It's not bad as a gimmick. I'm not entirely sure whether it'll take off, no pun intended. But there you go, that's a real life review of the JJRC Elfie from Real Reviews Australia. If you've got any comments, love to hear from you. Maybe you've got one. Maybe you'd like to fly as well. We'll put up some photographs and some video. Now, that's another thing that's interesting as well. When I tried to actually share one of the videos from my phone, it wouldn't do it. So I'm not sure whether the codec's the correct thing or whatever it might be. Photos for sure, but I didn't want to put something up that looks like it was shot from the 1960s on a Polaroid. Anyway, Luke Rosebeck signing off. Thanks for watching.